town of Duggar in southern Indiana in 1984. Tonight, Jerry Cliver's former in-laws say they're relieved he's off the street, that they're going to be sleeping better now that their daughter doesn't have to fear her ex-husband will come back. They'll try to convince officials to hold Cliver in any jail but the Sullivan County Jail. In South Bend, things got a little out of hand at the county jail today. Deputies were trying to move accused bank robber Robert Lynn Reed to another jail cell, but the 27-year-old inmate reportedly didn't want to be moved. Sheriff Joseph Nagy said other inmates sided with Reed, refusing to let officers into the cell block. That's when county and city police donned riot gear and moved in. Barbara Bowen was visiting her brother in the jail when police moved in.
They started screaming in the back, which was right like 20 feet from me, and they all went flying down there. Then we heard a bunch of hollering and screaming, the dogs barking. I think even the dogs got hurt because we heard the dogs yiping, you know, like they were hurt. And then some guy screamed, and then as they started walking back, they said they had him.
One city policeman was bitten by a police dog in the scuffle. A county policeman was hit in the face. One of the inmates, 31-year-old Ronald Brewer, reportedly hit his head when he fell after assaulting the county officers. Well, if it seems to you that crime has been getting worse in South Bend lately, you now have statistics to back up your hunch. In the last 6 months, FBI stats show total incidents of crime increased by over 300 compared to last year. South Bend showed increases in 5 of the 7 major crime categories: murder, rape, assault, theft, car theft, and arson. The only 2 areas to decrease were robbery and burglary. And it looks like AIDS will be a topic in the next session of the Indiana General Assembly. A legislative committee has adopted guidelines that require hospitals, physicians, and medical laboratories to report all cases of AIDS. And the committee also recommends that public health officials be allowed to determine if a student having AIDS should be barred from attending school. That, of course, is a result of AIDS victim Ryan White of Kokomo. School officials at first barred Ryan from school, but after a 10-month battle, Ryan won and is currently attending 8th grade classes. When we come back, we'll get a check on the weekend weather from Paul Silvestri, and later, a Broadway musical comes to South Bend.
More to see, more to save at Worldwide RV Sales and Service. Now open Sunday, noon till 5. Look at the low, low prices for used mini motorhomes. See how you save. Prices start at $39.95. Fantastic! At Worldwide RV, there's new low prices on used travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes too. And Worldwide RV helps you save on common sense financing. Worldwide RV Sales and Service, just north of Indiana Toll Road, exit 92, where dreams come true.
We're kicking off 87 excitement at Don Meadow Pontiac. Our 87 Pontiac lineup has the competition on the run. You'll make big gains in the all-new 87 front-wheel drive Bonneville with today's advanced styling and performance. But wait, we're passing on even more excitement with the 87 Pontiac Grand Am. Last year's hottest Pontiac is more exciting than ever. Score big with the 87 Pontiac from Don Meadow Pontiac Jeep and Renault in South Bend. You won't find a better buy anywhere.
It's Warsaw grand opening sale time at Waterbeds, Waterbeds, Waterbeds! Yay! We just opened our newest showroom in the marketplace of Warsaw, and we're celebrating with huge savings in all 6 Waterbeds, Waterbeds, Waterbeds showrooms. Save hundreds on waterbeds, soft side waterbeds, bedroom furniture, sheets, comforters, bedspreads, everything, only at Waterbeds! Mishawaka, South Bend, Elkhart, Goshen, and now open in the marketplace of Warsaw.
Clothes I've been since that winter way back in 78.
Wish that old pot belly worked better.
Can't afford a new one.
Well, good deal, kid.
Greetings, boys. I'm going to beat this cold with the Lennox 4 of a kind and the pulse gas furnace. I deal you a pair with 9.9% financing. You draw another with the $99.99 rebate from your Lennox dealer. That's a tough hand to beat.
Thanks, kid. I'm feeling warmer already.
Ask about the Lennox 4 of a kind winter warm-up today.
Well, the Irish playing at home tomorrow, and we're all around here hoping that Paul Silvestri will say it won't. How about it, Paul?
I don't think it will, no. As a matter of fact, it looks like the rain showers that are out to the west of us will probably be holding off until sometime Saturday night and also during the day on Sunday. But for all of you that perhaps are heading out to, not only the Notre Dame game, but there are several football games of interest locally here in Michiana, across Indiana and Michigan. Looking pretty good for tomorrow. 36 the low this morning, 57 the afternoon high, a whopping 9 degrees below normal. No precipitation in the past 24 hours. Here's our current weather map, and we're going to notice that relatively strong high-pressure area that brought us the cool weather last night and also the cool weather tonight. And the beautiful day today, hope you enjoyed it, is now moving off towards the east. Here's the cool air that we're in, but there's really some cold air moving into the northern plains, northern Rockies. I talked about this at 6 o'clock if you were watching. This is the coldest air of the season so far. They have all kinds of winter storm watches and travelers advisories and stuff like that across from the Black Hills of South Dakota over towards Wyoming and parts of Montana down into Colorado for tonight and tomorrow, up to 8 inches of snow in certain spots. Again, this is the coldest air of the season moving in. Folks in Miami, they could use a little bit of that cool air. It's quite sultry down there. Miami was up to 91 degrees today. They set a record high temperature. And Fort Myers, Florida, was 92 degrees. They were the high spot in the country today. Notice how that high spot in the country is beginning to fall a little bit. 92 is as warm as we could get across the USA today. Let's notice how these clouds associated with this cooler air, how they're moving in our direction. At 6 o'clock, here we were in the clear. Here are the clouds out to the west of us. Notice now, as we go to the current satellite picture, they're moving our way, but they're not moving very rapidly, which is good news. First of all, because the rains won't be arriving till tomorrow night and Sunday. Tomorrow looking pretty good. Secondly, it's going to modify. This very cold air that's behind this frontal system will modify somewhat by the time it reaches us tomorrow, sometime Sunday night or Monday. South Bend National Weather Service radar not showing any. We won't even look at that. Right now it's 48 degrees. The relative humidity 65%, southeast breeze at 13 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure is holding steady at 30.21 inches. Right after this break, I'll be back with a look at the weekend weather maps.
If you're ready for the pro-quality alternative to rakes and brooms, listen up. That's an easy starting echo you hear. That's an easy starting, easy handling echo you hear. And it'll make a pro out of you.
I hear you.
Take it from Dick Butkus.
Purchase an Echo Power Blower and receive a free leaf corral. Save $20.
Available at Goshen Implement, Goshen, Miller Chainsaw and Power, Walcottville, and Carland Auto Parts, New Carlisle.
Can we do it? Can Spartan capture the goodness, the flavor, the color and texture of fresh fruits and vegetables still moist from the harvest? Can we do it? Did we do it?
You did it.
Ah, Spartan brand fruits and vegetables. Harvest freshness, harvest flavor, harvest crispness and tenderness. Captured in a can. We did it.
I couldn't believe it. I found 25% savings on outerwear for kids. Where? Ayer's anniversary sale. It's the biggest store-wide sale of the season. Ayer's entire stock of bed pillows are 2 for the price of 1. Big savings in every department. Mrs. Shaker knit sweaters, only $19.99. Aero dress shirts for $15.99.
We'd like to tell you about everything in Ayer's anniversary sale, but there are so many great values you'll want to come in and see for yourself. Ayer's anniversary sale is going on now at all Ayer's stores.
20% off Lennox fine china, 40% off fashion jewelry, men's silk ties, 2 for...
Explosive price cuts through Saturday night at New York Carpet World. $10 plush carpets, high-lows, Saxonies. Your choice, $5.88. We're blasting prices on Mohawk plush, $3.99. Philadelphia twist, $4.99. Over 320 carpets at savings to 65%. Dynamite prices on remnants. Sizes for every room, every area. Great groups to 12 by 18s from just $78. Save 20% on any pad, 10% on labor. Hurry, power pack clearance ends Saturday, New York Carpet World.
Well, here's a look at the weekend weather map, starting with tomorrow afternoon. Looking pretty good around here. Again, the rain showers should stay out to the west of us. I don't think they'll be arriving until sometime tomorrow night and lasting through the day on Sunday. Temperatures looking okay, somewhere in the lower 60s for us. Notice the very cool air out to the west of us. That will be moderating as it moves our way. Sunday, again, a fairly decent day. We'll be cooling off a little bit early next week. And here's the weather map for Sunday. Looks like plenty of rain shower activity across the Midwest. My forecast looks like this then for tonight. It'll be clear, breezy, and cool. Low temperature around 40 or 42 degrees or so, with a southeast wind at 8 to 16 miles per hour. The outlook for tomorrow, increasing cloudiness, breezy, And not too bad of a day, really. Low temperature about 62 degrees with a southeast wind at 12 to 22. And then for tomorrow night, cloudy rain developing, low in the upper 40s. And then for Sunday, rain likely about 62 degrees. Christine Wells of Millersburg, Indiana, congratulations. Our WSBT weather umbrella. The reason I'm laughing, folks might be wondering, I sat in the wrong chair, didn't I? I'm supposed to sit over here, right?
Yeah, you're a little lazy tonight. Didn't want to come all the way over here, I guess, huh? Good day to take the umbrella along. Kind of a sporty-looking thing for the game tomorrow. Bob Nagel is next with sports, including a preview of that Irish-Pittsburgh game.
The next time your doctor writes you a prescription, why not ask him if he could prescribe a generic so you can save money on your medication? A message for you from Osco.
More to see, more to save at Worldwide RV Sales and Service. Now open Sunday, noon till 5. Look at the low, low prices for used mini motorhomes. See how you save. Prices start at $39.95. Fantastic! At Worldwide RV, there's new low prices on used travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes, too. And Worldwide RV helps you save on common sense financing. Worldwide RV Sales and Service, just north of Indiana Toll Road, exit 92, where dreams come true.
At Basney Honda, it's not business as usual because October means sale, and we must 86 the 86s. This means you can get special savings on every one of the 1986 Hondas we have in stock if you buy right now. At Basney Honda, we'll give you our best price the first time so you can take advantage of a bargain well worth your hard-earned money. Remember, this final 86 sale is only at Basney Honda because it's just that simple.
Okay, big game tomorrow. It's not too late for a comeback for the Irish, I guess.
No way. No way. As a matter of fact, it may not happen this week or next week, but when it happens, as Coach Holtz told us, a couple of changes coming up, though. Luke, we can tell you right off the bat that Terry Andrzak will start at quarterback for the Fighting Irish tomorrow. Another setback, Mike Haywood is out for the season with the 1-3 Fighting Irish. Begin what needs to be a successful homestand tomorrow morning. And it's a tough assignment with a powerful and talented Pitt offense trying to rebound from a tough loss against Temple last week. Irish are also trying to rebound, but will need to play well to do it.
Offensively, you're always going to have some difficulty anytime somebody disrupts your rhythm, such as Alabama did. Their quickness was tremendous. Their game plan was very, very good. They overloaded the middle, forced us to run outside, and ran us down with their great speed. So I give them an awful lot of credit. Pittsburgh's given up 2 yards per rush. They're giving up 80 yards a game, 255 yards total offense. They have 21 quarterback sacks. They have 8 interceptions, and they have an All-American candidate in Tony Wood. I mean, you can't tell the difference between he and Cornelius Bennett. They rush the passer very well. They're the strongest, most physical football team that we've played against as far as defense is concerned.
Pitt Panthers were in the stadium this afternoon getting loose and comfortable for tomorrow's game. The Panthers are 2-2-1 so far. Would like nothing better than to beat the Irish and former head coach Foge Fazio, who now leads the Irish defense.
I think everybody knows when you get down to it, it's Notre Dame versus Pittsburgh, and you know, he's a part of the Notre Dame staff and an outstanding coach and an outstanding person. But you know, when it comes down to it, when the game starts, it's Notre Dame versus Pittsburgh.
Turning now to high school football at Jackson Field, the Penn Kingsmen were facing another NIC opponent trying to wrap up the conference championship against the Riley Wildcats, and they did it tonight in dramatic fashion. Bobby Pletcher is possibly an all-state candidate, at least he was tonight. 4 touchdowns, including runs of 57. You're watching that one right there. 5-yard touchdown run, a 31-yard touchdown run, and a 6-yard touchdown run for Bobby Pletcher. He did it all for Penn tonight, and Mike Wilson scored late for Riley to avoid the shutout. 31-7. Penn is your NIC champion for 1986. They are undefeated in conference play. How about the LaSalle Lions, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight, Dolinsky on the touchdown pass for LaSalle. They go on top. A field goal makes it a bigger margin, and then Sigelski with a punt return for LaSalle as they whip the Mishawaka Cavemen tonight 16-0 at Clay Field, and there's the interception return for the touchdown. And how about the LaSalle Lions? We said the South Bend schools are back, and they proved it again tonight, final 16-0. Other scores, St. Joe beat Gary Worth 35-6. Marion takes it on the chin against Crown Point. And Elston has defeated Elkhart Central 21-20 in an error-plagued ball game there. LaVille over Bremen tonight, 17-7. Moving along scores that we do have in. Rochester over Concord 26-0. We can tell you that Maryville beat Hobart to wrap up the Duneland Conference title. Northwood over Warsaw tonight 24-8. Also, West Noble beat Fremont 13-6. Michigan scores. It was River Valley over La Lumiere of LaPorte 34-12, and Dowagiac beat Brandywine 27-21. Baseball playoffs continue tonight. We'll be back with details after a short break.
They're here. The all-new Toyota Tercel, the new look of economy. The all-new Toyota FX16, the new look of performance. All-new Toyota Camry, the new look of room and comfort. Supras, Corollas, Celicas, MR2s, they're all here. Trucks, the biggest selection of the best-selling compacts. Cargo vans and passenger vans, too. Come and see the new 1987 Toyotas. They're here, but they won't last long.
Not one penny. Not one penny down, not one penny in payments, not one penny in interest at J.E. Walls and Mies J.E. Walls until March 1987. This big store-wide furniture sale at Walls stores in both South Bend and Elkhart is so big. The savings are so terrific. You'll want to hurry in and take advantage of a once-a-year sales event that's absolutely sensational. So buy now, save now, and not one penny down, not one penny in payments or interest until next March. J.E. Walls in South Bend and Mies J.E. Walls, Elkhart.
Well, after law school, I got smart. I became a carpenter. Dad took it well. I'm still on his Christmas card list, I think. I don't know, I just found law to be too legalistic. Like it was a matter of life or death or something. Appealing to the bench just isn't my style. Building the bench is. Because at the end of every day, you can say, I made that. Another masterpiece.
Rats, fast food with style. Maybe it's your style.
Game 3 of the American League playoffs tonight in Anaheim, California. It's just over with. This one was tied at 1-all in the 7th inning when Dick Schofield took a pitch over the left field wall, and Dennis Oil Can Boyd, along with Jim Rice, could only look up in disgust, and it made it 2-1. Then with a man on, Gary Pettis, another one of the lesser-known, I guess, home run hitters of the California Angels, takes one over the right center field wall. And how about the Angels? All of a sudden, it's a 4-1 ball game. Boston came up with a couple, but then Reggie Jackson scored on a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Angels win it tonight 5-3 over Boston. They now lead the best-of-7 series 2-1. National League tomorrow, Houston at New York. It'll be Nepper against Darling, and that series tied at a game apiece. Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana will be rocking tomorrow as the 4-0 Hoosiers try to make a giant leap into the nation's elite with an upset of Ohio State. Hasn't happened since 1951, but the chances haven't been much better than they are right now.
And always will be a talented football team. Know that we're up against the toughest opponent we've played thus far this year. We played them the past 2 years, and we've never done much against them. The game's been over by halftime, and we're going to have to play a lot better, certainly going to have to play a lot sounder, cut out some of the mistakes that we've made in the past that have really hurt us.
Other Big Ten action tomorrow. Purdue is at Illinois. Northwestern at Minnesota. One of the highlight games, and the game you can see here on TV 22. Michigan State at Michigan, and Wisconsin will play at Iowa. Other Indiana colleges in action tomorrow. Butler will be at Evansville. Indiana State at Southern Illinois. Ohio University, winless so far, will play at Ball State. Also tomorrow, Indianapolis will be at Valparaiso, and St. Joe at Ashland. Get out and support college football. All right, it's Friday night. Got a stack of notes here. Exhibition NBA basketball. The Detroit Pistons beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 119-112. Kentucky beats Notre Dame in volleyball. Kentucky, number 5 team in the country, 15-5, 15-13, and 15-8, the final scores. And as we told you, Terry Andrzak will start at quarterback for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. And I'm supposed to pick up milk and no, I'm sorry, that's my own note. That is quite a stack of things. Well, that's a lot of information for Friday night, but then that's the way it always is. And tomorrow, go Indiana on the 35th anniversary of their last win against Ohio State. Been a while. Been a while. The Broadway Theater League opened its new season tonight and did it with a Tony Award-winning musical, Pippin. It's playing at the Morris Civic Auditorium through Sunday. We'll leave you with a sampling of what you can see, and have a nice weekend.